How's it going, everybody? It's Ace Shinigami here, and today I got a new video for you. This one is gonna be a little bit more, I guess, easier to explain for sure on my part. So, as some of you may know, as a artwork for my avatar sprite or whatever you want to call it, it's a Pokemon, right? I'm a very huge Pokemon fan. Where is it? Boom. Yeah, so I like Pokemon quite a bit, right? And the fact that they have not yet released Pokemon Home, when they kind of gave us a brief time frame when it might come out. They said early spring, or I guess they just said early 2023, right? But it's already it's already May, bro. This is kind of ridiculous at this point that we're waiting so long for. First off, you got the whole, I don't know why they like to time gate holding our Pokemon hostage, but we're paying for a program, service, whatever you want to call it. They took features out from the main series, put it on this goddamn service, and then now we just have our Pokemon there suffering, and you can only do the GTS there. You don't even have, what is that called, Wonder Trading, or they got rid of it. They have it labeled as something else now. And then other stuff that is really annoying with them is also that there's no real sprites. It's just pictures. And then besides that, it's just kind of crazy to think that it still hasn't come out yet. What's the point? And when I see them releasing all those new 7-star raid Pokemon, all I can think of is that they're really pushing it. They're really pushing it as far as, look, we'll give you some of these Pokemon with their interesting Terra type, but in reality they could just give us all the Pokemon that we normally want to play with and let it be. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be gated the way they've gated it. It may be for 2 months at most, but this game came out in November. Alright, so we had plenty of time to breathe, play the game, and pretty much enjoy it for what it's worth. And now we want to be able to just, fucking have our Pokemon that we've raised pretty much from the other generations and stuff. There's a few Pokemon I'd like to use just in competitive and stuff, because to be fair, I can care less right now about some of the repeat mons, as far as Tropius and all this other stuff like that I already have, or just other more interesting Pokemon that are in the Paldean Pokedex that are also ones that I already have that are battle ready. That would just cut the stuff that I have to do. I really don't want to have to do that again. I'd rather go play World of Warcraft or Minecraft or something else that it's not going to be as annoying to get back into. But then you got Pokemon over here where they still have yet to release Pokemon Home. I feel like that is just one of the biggest missed opportunities at this point. It just doesn't make sense. I just had to rant about it because this really bugged me, especially as a paid customer and someone that it just seems like Pokemon has kind of neglected the veterans, if you will, the people that have been with the franchise since the beginning, right? Since 1996. It's felt like all of a sudden, probably since Gen 8 started with the whole Dexit stuff, it's just been a mess, and we already had Pokemon Home, Pokemon Bank beforehand, which pretty much solved the case of having your Pokemon stored somewhere and being able to, mass grab them or move them around, move their items around. Actually, no, I don't think there was any items, because it was just, they didn't allow items because that's how that thing was. But it had a whole 900, I think it was 999 boxes, or if not, it had a lot of box space. It would be really hard to fill that up. But no, it just seems kind of redundant at this point to be locking these kind of features away from in home, as well as not releasing home in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know. It just seems a little crazy in my opinion. I'm sure some other people might agree, some might disagree. But yeah, it's just been bugging me because I've been wanting to play Scarlet and Violet every once in a while, but then the fact that I don't have my other Pokemon that I'd rather use instead is kind of disappointing, you know what I mean? So I kind of hope that Pokemon eventually gets, buckles their pants, if you will, and gets on it, so that way they can stop being so lazy when it comes to these little things that they're kind of neglecting. There's a big fan base out there that would love to just support and pay for your crap, really. But if you're going to be treating the consumers like garbage, then they're not going to be paying for your product, and they're definitely not going to be sticking around. Don't be like some of the Western corporations, Pokemon Company. I know you could be better than that. There's definitely been products that they put out that have been really nice. And then again, you have Tears of the Kingdom, you got Mario Odyssey, and all these other things like that came out that were just great. Or I'm saying Tears of the Kingdom is about to come out, but they take their time with it, they'll delay it, and that's fine. But for some reason, Pokemon, yes, I get the anime is on the time schedule and all this other BS, but guess what? You finally got rid of Ash, so now there should be no excuse for why you can't delay, okay? Just go on a long tangent on Paldea now if you need to. There's no need to really not delay if you need to. Put the development time in there and do it right. It seems like, I believe it was Satoru Iwata who, when he passed away, he was a huge help to Nintendo, to Game Freak, as far as like compressing files and being able to fix this stuff. It just seems kind of odd that they've always had this issue, especially since Gold and Silver. If you've followed it, then they've had issues since Gold and Silver, and then he helped them out. I believe the last time was X and Y, or no, Omega. I think it was Omega Ruby. I'm not too sure. It was one of the Gen 6 games, but yeah, it's crazy how they were on top, and right now it seems they've kind of fallen off as far as like quality. Because we definitely see the quality drop, especially since release came out and that patch was garbage. Yeah, Pokemon, please step it up. As a longtime fan, I want a good game. I want to be able to play with my old Pokemon that I have in Pokemon Home. Just make it happen, please. I guess that's just why it's released in Steam now. So if you enjoyed the video wherever you're at, have a good day, good night, and I'll see y'all in the next video.